guys, I'm Laura Vitale, and on this episode of Laura in the Kitchen, I want to show you how to make, well, how I make Ropa Vieja, which is a Cuban slow-cooked shredded beef that is absolutely out of this world delicious. It's so easy to make. I made this a couple weeks ago, and I like to share a lot on my Instagram stories, and if you don't follow me on Instagram, the link is down below. You definitely should, because a lot of times I post things that I haven't yet posted on Laura in the Kitchen. I don't know if I'm going to, and it's a great way for me to see whether or not you're interested. And I tell you what, I posted that recipe that I had made for dinner in my stories, and I'm not even kidding, hundreds of people were like, please show us the recipe, please show us your take on it, because you know it's not going to be authentic, but it is going to be delicious. So let me run you through the list of ingredients you'll need right now, which are not very many, but they're all the right ones. You need a good hunk of meat. I'm using chuck. I think chuck works so well, and it's really good on the budget as well. You need lots of peppers. I've got red bell pepper, Cuban pepper, yellow onion, lots and lots of garlic, salt, cumin and oregano, tomato paste, and diced tomatoes. And you'll need some beef stock and a little bit of olive oil, like light olive oil, because I'm going to sear this before I put it in my slow cooker. This is so good. If you're eating low carb, it's great. If you're not, it's fantastic. Whatever you're doing, it is money. A nice big skillet with a little bit of olive oil. I want it nice and hot because I want to sear my meat. Make sure that you season your beef really well on both sides. And I'm going to just put this in here just to let it sear for, I would say, about a minute or two until you get really good color. Perfect. That looks great. All right, now slow cooker time. And this is so easy because everything goes in a slow cooker and it's amazing, and it cooks for hours and hours and hours. Your home is going to smell great. I mean, what's better than that? In your slow cooker, you are going to add, I'm going to just do my wet mixture first so I can season it. So I've got tomato puree and diced tomatoes. I've got some beef stock. You can use chicken broth if you want to, but beef I think works better. Then I've got the oregano and the cumin. I want to add a good pinch of salt because I haven't seasoned the veggies yet, but we are going to add some green olives to this at the end, and they're quite salty, so you kind of want to be careful not to add too much, but you do want every layer of your dish to be well seasoned. Okay, then you add your veggies. Oh, this is going to be so good. And then you just take your beef and you nestle that right in. And as this cooks, it's going to fall apart and be absolutely phenomenal. So what I'm going to do, you can cook this on high or low. I'm going to cook it on high for about 5 hours or so, or until the meat starts to really fall apart and it's tender and lovely. And I will show you what it looks like when it is there. But I'm telling you, this is so good. You're going to have this on your recipe repertoire like all week long because it's really that good. Promise. So, my Ropa Vieja was cooking for almost 5.5 hours. Now, I took the beef out, I let it cool for a little bit, and I took 2 forks and I just shredded it up, and I discarded all of the fat. Now, here is the base. Here's all the juices and everything. It looks delicious. It looks fantastic. Now, to this is really hot, so I'm going to put in the shredded beef that I shredded with 2 forks and a little bit of my fingers, and it was hot. What I have here are set pimento stuffed green olives. Now this is crucial in here, I think. And what I also have is a tablespoon of the olive juice. You can also use white vinegar if you want to. I love that brininess, so I'm just going to add that right in. And you want to just give this a stir. Oh, it looks so amazing. I already tasted this and it doesn't need any additional salt, but you give it a taste. If you feel like you need more salt, then by all means add more salt. Now this looks quite brothy, and you can serve it that way, or you can get rid of some of those juices. I'm going to serve it that way because I plan on serving mine with some white rice. But look how beautiful this is all combined, and the residual heat will warm up those olives, and then that flavor will really kind of permeate through the juices and all of your meat and all of your veggies. But oh, this is so good. You need to serve this with lots of cilantro on top, freshly squeezed lime juice, like I said, rice and beans, and you will be in food heaven, I promise. One thing that I cannot stand that happens all of the time whenever I'm transferring something to a platter is dirty edges on a platter. So take your time. I've got some more in here to serve. A little lime juice over the top, then take some lime wedges nestle them all around. Look how good that looks. Let's do 3, and then some just beautiful cilantro, just roughly torn over the top, because sometimes I like the herb to be almost like another ingredient, not just like a decoration, especially in this case. And then take a mappin, which is just the Italian word or the Napolitano word for kitchen towel, and you just do that, and that looks amazing and fantastic, and everyone's gonna want to tuck in that. I know I'm gonna do that right now. I want a little pepper, a little olive, a little beef. Give me the olive. Throwing down on that one. Tender melt in your mouth, perfect blend of spices, delectably seasoned. That is a money maker, and I want you to serve this at your next get together. Like I said, rice and beans makes everybody happy. It's good on the wallet too, because you're using a piece of chuck, which, you know, feeds an army, and it's really good price point. This will be your next get together food, I promise. Hope you enjoyed spending time with me. The recipe is on LaurenInTheKitchen.com, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.